Hello, my name is Davis Bailey, and this is the Cattle Collective. Our goal is to help the modern consumer buy their beef better. So, a little bit more, the Cattle Collective is an online platform that facilitates a relationship between a reputable cattle producer and a beef consumer. Now, I'm a visual guy, and so it helps me to sketch this out a little bit to understand it. So, how it is now, the average producer is going to be producing their beef and waiting for a processor. And they've got cattle buyers who come out to the operation, look at their pen of cattle, and say, "Yeah, I'll buy these for this price." Now notice the producer is living and dying by whatever the market says and by whatever that cattle buyer gives them. What we want to do is help the producer capture a little bit higher dollar here. Now, nothing unreasonable because we've got this consumer here that needs a fair price too. What we want to do is let the producer list his offerings here on the Cattle Collective, and then the consumer goes here, looks to buy a quarter of beef, and then they work it out on the site for what the price is going to be. Something that's going to be, from my experience with selling beef, we've been able to sell 10 cents over market price, and that's fair for our customers, and we're able to capture a little bit of money on that. A producer could easily charge 50 cents over or $1 over, and there's lots of customers out there who are just looking to know where their beef comes from, and they're going to easily go for that. So we've got the meat locker in the middle here, a place that would be local to both of them. The producer then drops his load off at the butcher, and the customer comes to pick it up a day or two later, and the Cattle Collective captures their profit from the producer paying a 20-cent premium on top of that, on top of what they agree on for their price between the two. For the customer, this really benefits them because it's a consistent and reliable source of beef for them. They know where their meat is coming from, and that's really big in this day and age. Additionally, it saves them money by buying in bulk. Now they don't have to go to the grocery store as much and pay the marked up beef every time. They're able to put their load in their deep freeze and save some big money. For the producers, they're able to capture a little bit more money when they're selling their products. Normally, the cost that the consumer is paying for is mostly paying for marketing from the middlemen. This allows them to actually capture that profit for themselves now. Now we've got a lot of producers who are looking to buy, or who are looking to raise their beef and sell it directly to customers, but they don't want to worry about the marketing and branding struggles. So this is something that the Cattle Collective comes in and provides that for them. Looking at the market analysis, we understand that there's some real big competitors already. Obviously, there's a multitude of online beef sites right up the road with Omaha Steaks. There's countless sites like that. Honest Beef is a new one that's really popular that allows these urban consumers to come in and buy boxed beef and buy different packages of that. Now, usually these people are paying way more than they need to be, and that's their choice to pay for this high quality beef, but a lot of it is just mindless charges that doesn't need to be happening. What we want to do is provide, again, a lower cost for them, so that's how we would plan to get around them. We also understand that the grocery stores is always going to be one of the biggest competitors, because that's where most people are going to buy their meat. They're going to get their 1 or 2 week stash, and then they're going to be back at the grocery store again when they run out of that. And so that's the process that we're trying to disrupt there. Now with this graph, you'll notice that customers are continually paying more and more for beef. Right now we're paying about $3.90 for about 80/20 ground beef at the store. But what we want to do is provide a way for the customers to buy beef for less than the price of ground beef, and that includes all the cuts. They're now getting that sirloin for that same price too. The critical risk here is generating enough online traffic. We realize that we're going to have to be out and about, spreading the word, doing some marketing campaigns, meeting with producers and consumers to generate that online traffic. We also realize that the supply chain will always be a big priority of ours, making sure that the shipment of the beef to the processor is smooth, and then making sure that the customer is easily able to pick that order up, and that there's no struggles there. And then, of course, making sure that the processor is doing their job. It's somebody who's doing a good job for us, and we can really trust them. That ensures the food safety, and we also want to make sure that we're ensuring the quality production of these animals too. So how does the Cattle Collective make money? It looks like this. The animal weighs about 1,400. There's 63% of that that's actually edible, making the carcass weight 882 pounds. To buy a quarter of beef, you're going to get about 220 pounds there. And then the Cattle Collective, this is what we're doing right here. We're getting 20 cents premium per pound. I feel like this is definitely low enough that it won't drive away producers from selling it on this site. Again, this helps them to sell directly and get more money, but this is a fair upcharge for the service that we're providing them. This means the revenue per quarter sold is a little over $44, and then when you take that times 50 head, in our first year we're going to generate almost $9,000 of revenue, and by year 5, if we're able to meet our projected goals of selling 600 head, we're hoping to make almost $106,000. What we're asking for is $49,000 to help us get going in that first year. We need $35,000 for me as the full-time employee to allow me to cover my living expenses while I'm working full-time on getting this going. $7,000 of that will also be used for web development. We really want to make sure that we're creating a great site that's easy to use for both the producers and the consumers. And so we're going to sink $7,000 into that, and then $7,000 for marketing purposes as well. That would cover traveling expenses for me with marketing promotions, as well as the cost of those promotions, giving away some burgers, giving away some discounts, and of course lots of flyers and emails as well. Here's the cash flow. You can see that with that $49,000, we want to get that paid off as soon as we can, and so you'll see that we do that by the end of year 4, and by the end of year 5, our cash balance at the end of the period is coming in at about $160,000. The team is myself, my wife, and my father. I have industry experience with this. I also have been able to relate well with the urban consumers, having been in Lincoln and seen that side of it. My wife, Lori, has been doing online marketing for some time now. She's working for a nonprofit out of Austin right now, doing Pinterest and other social media marketing, and she's going to be really instrumental in that role. My father understands entrepreneurship, and he understands the industry as well, and his advice will be invaluable to us. We couldn't do it without our advisors either. Tom Field and Dave Lamb have already been instrumental in helping us, and we've got countless other connections at the university, as well as developing clientele from our time here. We are the Cattle Collective, and we want to help the modern consumer buy beef better. Thank you.